when the dream was spoken aloud. The morning of August 28th, 1963, rose hot and restless over Washington, D.C. By mid-morning, the National Mall had filled with people, so many that the reflecting pool looked like it was bordered by humanity instead of stone. They came by bus, by train, by foot. They came in work clothes and Sunday best, black and white, young and old, teachers, laborers, ministers, veterans. Some carried signs. Others carried memories of insults swallowed, jobs denied, doors closed quietly but firmly. They were not there for violence. They were there for dignity. At the steps of the Lincoln Memorial stood Martin Luther King Jr., calm on the outside, carrying the weight of a nation on his voice. Behind him loomed the statue of Abraham Lincoln, the president who had signed freedom into law a century earlier. Freedom still unfinished. King spoke of promissory notes unpaid, of justice long delayed. His words rolled across the mall, steady and measured, until something shifted. A gospel singer behind him whispered, "Tell them about the dream." And he did. "I have a dream." The phrase lifted into the heat like a bell tolling across the country. A dream of children judged not by skin, but by character. A dream of former enemies sitting together at the table of brotherhood. A dream rooted not in fantasy, but in the founding promise that all men are created equal. People wept openly. Others stood frozen, afraid to breathe, as if the moment might shatter. Radios carried the words into kitchens and factories. Televisions flickered in living rooms where families leaned closer, sensing history moving while they watched. When the speech ended, there was no riot, no fire, just applause, prayer, and a slow realization that America had heard something it could never unhear. The struggle did not end that day. Laws would still need to be written. Hearts would still need to change. Blood would still be spilled. But on that afternoon, before the eyes of the Lincoln Memorial, the conscience of a nation stood up a little straighter. And a dream, spoken aloud, began to demand fulfillment. Historical note: the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom took place on August 28th, 1963, drawing over 250,000 people. Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech is quoted directly in part and is one of the most significant speeches in U.S. history. The setting, crowd size, and impact are factual. Descriptive details and emotional perspectives are dramatized for storytelling clarity.